Hey, James Wilson-Taylor here for Rock Sound backstage at Kentish Town Forum, joined now, of course, by Against the Current. How are you guys?
Hi.
What's up?
Hi, good to see you. Congratulations, we should say, first of all, because the album, at the time of recording, has literally just dropped. How did you spend release day yesterday? Any fun celebrating?
Just did a little label visit, hung out with some of the Rock Sound guys.
Brought some
gifts.
Yeah. Cool, that's
was
good.
good.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
I got some good pasta.
Yeah.
Nice. What kind of pasta are we talking?
It was cacio e pepe.
Oh, very
It was
good.
really delicious.
Very
because
nice.
when we met the other Rock Sound dudes, it was at like this outdoor market.
Yeah.
Oh,
Camden
and
Town.
we got so many churros.
Oh, good.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they came in like a cup, and usually I thought it was going to be like 3 or 4, but it was actually like 23 or something like that. So, yeah.
If you're going to celebrate an album release, celebrate it with 23 churros. I think that's the
Absolutely.
way forward. It really, really is. We should say as well, fan reactions. Have you had an eye out yet? Have you managed to meet people and see what they're thinking of it all yet?
We've been watching online. Seems like it's going well.
Yeah.
I hope.
The internet's
I hope
looking
they like
good.
it.
It definitely
real good.
feels way different than In Our Bones.
Right.
It feels like there's way more excitement. I think like in Our Bones there was a lot of like, this is really good, like this is really great, good for you guys. And like I think this time the fans were actually surprised by it, which was really great to see.
Yeah.
That like it was beyond what they expected.
Absolutely. No, it's cool, man. And we'll talk a bit about the record in a sec, but I do want to address as well, this is the first time you're back in the UK since you're on tour with Fall Out Boy, which was awesome. We saw you guys at the O2 there, of course. How was that experience, first of all? Like, how was it being on the road with a band that huge, playing to those kind of insane rooms? They are big old rooms.
Yeah.
Big room.
Crazy.
No, it's like a whole nother level of touring. Like it's just nuts. It was a lot of fun.
Like how you're
though.
talking to me.
Yeah, I don't know who I'm supposed to talk. I'll talk to you about it. It was
How
great.
do you feel about that?
We've got to discuss it. No, that's cool. But yeah, and how has that experience kind of affected your own live shows? Because I guess it must feel certainly quite different to suddenly be in these arena kind of scale. Like, have you taken anything from those shows that we're going to see tonight in your own headliners?
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's just a different attitude that you have on stage when you're on a stage that big and when people are so much further away from you.
Right.
Because, you know, we're used to like clubs and theaters. And I think it's actually really important to kind of carry that same persona even in the smallest of shows because it makes them feel like so much more.
Right.
And I know that my favorite frontmen are the ones who I've seen at a 200 cap venue where I feel like I'm at a stadium. So, and in terms of what we've taken away from Fall Out Boy as a band, it was really cool for us because they've kind of done the same thing we've done where they were originally more like pop punky and more like whatever, and now they're more into like this more pop world. So for us, it was really great to watch how they married the two in their live set because that's something that we're now faced with.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of that, like I do want to address on the album's so great, obviously, by the way.
Thank
Let's
you.
get that out of the way,
Thanks.
first of all. We like it. It's very good. But it's also the fact that, like you say, big pop influence in that. Were there any artists in particular you were listening to this time around and influencing the new sound there?
A lot of stuff.
It's
Too big a list.
Really,
Too
a
big a
lot of
list.
stuff. I don't know because
it's hard for us. Like the things that we take influence from are probably not things that would be very obvious to anyone else. So if I said things, during like the album process, I listened to a bunch of like Foo Fighters stuff and I was like, Dave Grohl has a really cool way of saying things. You're not going to listen to Past Lives and be like, this was probably influenced by the Foo Fighters.
I'm gonna now.
Yeah.
There we go.
But there's like these little subtleties where, so for me, I'm very wordy. I have a hard time being concise. And then one thing that I've taken away from someone like Dave Grohl is he can say so much in the simplest way. So when
Wow.
we were writing something like Come Alive, there's not a lot of space for words in that chorus. So it's how do you say a lot with so little space?
No,
Yeah.
That's fascinating, man. That's really, really interesting. And we should say in terms of this particular sound, how has that affected playing live? I should imagine it's maybe slight adjustment, even in terms of like, where's this going to fall on the set list? Are we going to go heavier in this section? Are we going to
Yeah.
strip it back in this section? How's that all flowing as we move into the tour proper, I suppose?
Yeah, it was tricky putting together set lists, but I feel like this is probably my favorite one. And then also like playing the new songs with like the synthy sounds and stuff like that. It's been an adventure.
Synthy. They're not synths. They're synthy sound.
It's been a nature sound adventure.
Bringing you those synthy sounds. Let's talk about the title, Past Lives. What does that mean to you, this particular album title?
Yeah, so I feel like that as you grow up, there's so many of these moments that you have where it feels like it's the be-all, end-all, whether it's a relationship or a state of mind. Maybe you were on a really good upswing or a really bad downswing. It just feels so total, and you don't really remember before, and you don't really think that there will be an after. But then once you're out of those moments that are so saturated, when you look back, it doesn't even feel like you're looking back on yourself as you are now. It feels like you're looking back on like a past life.
Right.
So for me, all of those moments as I look back on, it's like, those are my past lives. That's not me now.
Wow. I mean, and I guess that begs the question then is, it's so early to talk about things like new music. I'm not going to do that because the album has literally just dropped. But has it given you an idea of, okay, we've gone through some things, we've addressed them on this record, we found this sound we want to play with. Does it immediately get you thinking, where would we like to go next? What would we like to push forward in the future?
Yeah, always. I mean, I know I'm already thinking about new music. Like, I'm excited to get home and have some time, just kind of, see what comes out naturally. Because that's always like the most inspiring time, like after we're on the road for a while. Like, things just kind of just happen, and it's like where the magic is. Not when you're like sitting down and like, all right, we need to write right now, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
getting little glimpses. As you go around the world, you tend to pick up little things here and there, do you?
Yeah.
Nice.
It just comes like in random moments. Like there was this one like thing that we had been working on for a while that I never got the lyric right for, and last night I was sitting in the green room and I was like, holy shit. I was like, I know what I want to write this about next time.
Amazing.
And it will be like another year or two from now, but it's in my notes.
All right. It's coming eventually.
Coming eventually.
Coming eventually. In the meantime, guys, again, congratulations on this record. We can't wait to see you guys go around tour.
Thank you.
I'm sure we'll see you back in the UK again very soon.
Oh, absolutely.
As well. 100%. Looking forward to it. All right. Against the Current.